All right, that being the case, let's talk vintage radio. This is K5LYN, Len and Austin. We've been getting together here for many years to talk about the early days of a single sideband, how it all came about back in 1951 when WB9DYA built the first single sideband exciter called the 10A. And once in a while I put one of those on the air, but not tonight. Tonight I've got something called Cheap and Easy SSB, which was built from an article in QSC in the early 1950s on the chassis of a BC-458 aircraft receiver. This was built by KG-7TR, who built a companion receiver to go with it, and I'm driving the Johnson Viking Courier here. All right, let me talk to some folks that I know are here. How about Dan? KWOZ, what do you say, Dan?
Oh, wow, you caught me by surprise, Lynn. I didn't think you'd have me this far up the list. This is Dan, KWOZ in Houston. Talking on a Kenwood 830 with the matching hardware like the VFO speaker, tuner, and all that stuff. And I'm driving a BMW L1000A amplifier. It has a pair of 813s in it. The thing works smooth. Puts out about, with the power supply that I built for it a while ago, that I use for other things, it's putting out about 550 watts. And it puts out the same power on 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters. No difference. But it's because we put out more by power supply with higher voltage. And antenna's an inverted V at about 40 feet. And that's probably about it. If anybody should be interested in a little amplifier like this, I'm thinking of selling it. I'd like to get $335 just the way it is with the power supply. But if somebody wants to build their own power supply, it's just high voltage. The filament supply and the 12-volt supply is already built in to the RF deck. So all you need is about anything greater than 1,500 volts, and away you go. Anyway, I'll sell it without the power supply for about $200. And let's see. What else? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, if somebody wants to do that, I've got a transformer down here in the in the downstairs, not in the basement, but downstairs in my garage that I would give you, and it's 1,200 volts, so it'll put out about 1,600 volts, and it'll run that amplifier fine. I even draw you a schematic with a parts list on how to build it if you want. Anyway, that's it from here, Lynn. My name is Dan. Again, the phone number, if somebody wants to call, is 281-974-8171. 281-974-8171. That's good for text also. Thanks for letting me put all that crap out there, Lynn.
Very nicely done, Dan. And that's a whole lot of power for not that much money. That's an excellent amplifier. I used to have one, operated for years. Those 813s are cheap and easy to come by. I've got some out there in the garage. So if you need to get some power, get in touch with KWOZ. He can fix you up. Anything else on your end, Dan?
Nope, not yet. Still putzing with other stuff, trying to keep things going.
All right, nicely done. Okay, neighbor, TXW, talk to me, George.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. So I'm on all the usual stuff, S-Line, Collins 32S1, 75S3, 30L1, power supply, the speaker box, Sure 444, out to the dipole in the woods in the side yard. And that's it. It all seems to be working. Hallelujah. Back to net, over.
Yeah, and you've demonstrated once again what a reliable station of Collins rig is. It's how many years you had that thing now?
Well, it came in bits and pieces. I remember we got the 30L1 in 2011, and I think the 32S1 could have been 2007, 2008, right about the time I retired, over.
Think how many modern radios people have been in that many years that you operated that one station with no problems.
Well, you know, that's not exactly true, over.
Close enough for jazz.
Yeah, well, history rhymes too. Anyway, WB5TXW back to net.
Nicely done, George. KC5L, what do you say, Tom?
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're on the usual here. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200V with the D104 microphone. And it's driving the matching 600L amplifier with the single A13 doing about a little over 300 watts into a Johnson KW match box and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And Lynn, that D104 with the crystal element sure sounds good. I think that's a keeper. Back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Yeah, that's amazing. Most of the original crystals in D104s have failed. I was thrilled to get this one. Paid about $10 for it as an estate sale. It's beautiful. So thank you for the report, Dom. Anything else on your end?
Nope, that's all I have.
Nicely done, Tom. Okay. Kenneth, talk to us about that SP10 AG5XP.
Well, thank you, Lynn, and the other moderator for putting the show on tonight. And this is Kenneth, Alpha Golf 5, X-Ray Papa up here in Brownwood. Tonight we're on the old Hiskid SB10. Got it grafted onto a Johnson Viking 1, and it's feeding the GSB 201, 4811 in that thing, going about 500 watts, I reckon. Got a D104 mic, going out a homebrew zigzag jig 5RV antenna, and that's what we're doing up here. Back to you, Lynn, AG5XP.
Beautifully done. I looked over your QRC.com site today. You got some wonderful pictures in there, Kenneth. We got to catch up with you. And I am working on my two stations that are down, my SB10 station and my Central Electronics station, that 460Q5 amplifier. The relay failed in it, and it's caused me lots of problems, but I will be in touch on that deal. Be in touch. Nicely done, Kenneth. Okay, hey, neighbor, N5NEN, what's up, Paul?
Hello, I hope you can hear me. I just switched over to my D104 mic since you're on yours. I may not be as strong as yours, but I know you can hear me if nobody else can. Anyhow, I'm on the Swan 350. I really only very useful older sideband radio. It's going through Unit 2000 Drake tuner to a inverted L that doesn't go up too high before it comes across the yard. But it's been working. So I just love listening to all you guys' radio. It is fun for me. It's a blast into the past, isn't it? So NYS from inside India. I hope you heard this.
Oh, I heard you great, Paul. No issues whatsoever. And about the Swan, yeah. In my experience, the Swans are the best vintage radios a person can buy because they always work, they're easy to work on, and they sound great. And you've demonstrated that once again. Great to hear you. Hey, Matt, KK5DR, talk to us. Well, maybe Matt's around the corner. How about KD5FX, David? I know I heard KD5FX. David?
Yeah, KD5FX is here. Do you copy? Over?
Yeah, kind of noisy tonight. Probably on your end, too. Yeah, but I'm hearing you. Carry on.
Okay, Roger. You're pretty noisy up here, too. A lot of static on the band tonight. This is KD5FX Dave. I'm in Ponca City, Oklahoma. And tonight I'm on the KWF2A with the 30L1 amplifier, and I'm pushing about 800 watts. And the antenna is a cage dipole at 40 feet. And I'm just using an old hand mic that works well with the high impedance radio. And everybody's pretty noisy up this way. There's a lot of lightning on the band tonight. Over.
Yes, it sure is terrible right here. I wish that sun would go down. I'm really tired of looking at it. And I suspect a lot of us are. Over.
Roger. 73. See you next week.
Okay. Nice work on your call-ins. Okay, W5EDX, Byron.
Yeah, good evening, man, and everybody. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Edward David X-Ray. Scottsdale, Texas, about an hour southwest of Fort Worth. Tonight we're on a Kenwood 830F, barefoot, of course. MC50 mic, and up into the old inverted V, up about 35 feet. It's finally stopped raining here and gotten hot, so I guess we're going to I'll have to do a lot of mowing in my future and get out there and sweat a while. So, back to you, Lynn. That's all I know for sure. Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Okay, Byron, nicely done. Hey, what other projects you got in the works these days? You're usually busy fixing radios.
Oh, just odds and end boat anchors here and there. I was over at DHE's GM over in Granbury this afternoon. We had a big 8 or 10 of us met for lunch at Grump's and had good hamburgers there. And then I went over to Jim's and he's been trying to get this Heathkit SB102 to talk. Said it had no power output. He's been trying for 3 months. So I went over there and in 20 seconds I was getting 200 watts out of it. So that's pretty good for a 100-watt rig. I don't know how I did that. I suspect his Drake watt meter. Anyhow, he's supposed to be on here later and checking in on it, and we'll see how that old Heathkit sounds. So just working on Heathkits, Kenwoods, and back to Heathkit.
Okay, great to hear you. Anything else on your end this evening?
Not a thing.
All right, let's move on down the road. How about my neighbor Hugo, N5JGX? What about it, Hugo?
Hello, Lynn, and very good to hear everybody on the net, all the good boat anchors there that are still rocking. I'm on a TS2000X and using an inverted V about 25 feet up or so, and using an ALS 600. And we don't have too much more to report, just hanging in there and trying to keep the noise level down and hearing everybody's signals sounding good for the ones that I can hear. Back to you, Lynn, N5JGX.
Good signal as usual. We need to get together one of these days. All right, I got one more on my list here. How about Cliff, WB5DYA? What's new, Cliff?
Well, good evening, Lynn and the group. Here is Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Yankee Alpha, Cedar Park, Kendall's Cliff, and I'm severely disabled. I had a bad fall last week and bumped my head, so I'm having a lot of difficulty standing up and sitting down, but bound to get better. It can't get a hell of a lot worse. But let's see, we're running the Kenwood barefoot and a horizontal dipole at about 50 feet. And that's it. Back to net control.
Okay, Cliff, well, you're sounding great. Sorry you had an incident there. We have those kind of things these days. I certainly do myself, so I know the feeling, but we're going to get beyond it and carry on there. All right, that's all the people I had on my list, and I don't know who wants it next. Let me throw it Doug's way, and if he doesn't want it, he can pass it on to Jay. And while y'all are doing that, I'm going to get my central electronics station going, but it may not be worth a damn, but I want to do it just for the heck of it. Okay, WB1E, Doug, talk to us, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn, hey, thanks for the handoff. Hey, Jay, you want it or you want me to take it? Jay, over.
Well, why don't you call Ray, GNZ, and then do what you can, and then I'll polish it off.
Okay, Ray, you said, let's see, Victor, November, Victor, is that correct?
No, Kilo Echo 5, George, November, Zulu.
Okay, easier said than written. Kilo November 5, George November Zulu. Okay, Roger. All right, well, Ray, if you can hear me, my name's Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, and I'm sending it your way.
Hello, Doug, and everybody out there on the net. Band got noisy here in the last 20-30 minutes. It really got noisy. But this is Ray, KE5GNZ down here in Angleton, just south of Houston. Tonight we're on a Kenwood TS820 Sugar with the MC50 microphone into a home-modified TL922 that's running a 8877. We're driving it with 20 watts of drive and doing just that legal out. All that goes out into an inverted V about 45 feet up at the apex. And like I say, everybody was sounding real good. And in about 30 minutes or so, the band just got real noisy down here. KE5GNZ back to this.
Okay, Ray. Yeah, about 30 minutes ago is when a couple stations said that things had changed propagation-wise. But I didn't detect that. Of course, I'm kind of off in my own direction over here with quite a bit of vertical component in my antenna. So anyway, well, thanks for checking in. Your 820 sounds great, and geez, yeah, I remember 8877 inside STL 922. Man, that's talk about a powerhouse, or I should call it a sleeper. That's what we say those are. All right, very good. All right, Jay. Well, look, I'm going to call a few more and see who else I can dig up. So welcome everybody to the Boat Anchors Net. My name is Doug, WB1E, Whiskey Baker 1 Echo here in Bryan, Texas. I'm on my favorite radio, the Swan 500, and it's hooked up to believe it or not, a Swan Mark I amplifier. It's retro modded, running a pair of 4400s in ground grid fashion. So no worries there. And boy, what an amplifier that is! It's turned out to be. She looks great, but it works just as good as it looks. So that's a rare combination around my shack. But in any event. All right, well, I'll take any more check-ins, and this is Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. Any check-ins for the Boat Anchors Net, come now.
Whiskey Kilo 5 Juliet Delta Hotel Echo K5DHE
K0SED
WLS.
Okay, I got 3 and 1 way out there. The last guy that checked in, guys stand by, he was very weak, but I think I can pick him up. The last person that checked in, come now. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll get you next time. All right, WK 5, oh, geez, I can't read my writing. Every time I work hard with my hands, can't read my writing. The first guy that checked in, Whiskey Kilo 5, question mark, Echo maybe?
Kilo 5 Delta Hotel Echo.
Okay, we'll take DHE. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How does my old radio sound tonight? I'm on a SB 102 barefoot. Here's my first contact on that since Byron got it running for me. And the name's Jim Jigata Mary, running barefoot on the SB 102. And the microphone is a golden D104 microphone. The antenna is a Buxcom up about 40 feet, I guess. And it's got a little tuner I'm using, a Drake MN 2000 tuner. That's the story on this rig. I just wondered how it sounds.
Okay, Jim. Well, sounds pretty good. I think your frequency's drifting a little bit there right the last couple seconds. But besides that, your SB 102 sounding great. You can tell it's the D104 because it's really putting out the crispiness there. It's right at the edge of I would say uncomfortable D104 type overmodulation, but I think we all we know what a D104 should sound like, and it sounds just like one, no matter if it's gold or not. Congratulations on that, Jim. Well, yeah, the SB102 sounds great, and Byron, yeah, he's got a Swan 500 of mine. Anyway, good job. You sounded good. Let's see, you were about plus 10 here in Bryan, Texas, so back to you, Jim.
Okay, hey, Brian, are you listening? Can you hear this little radio of yours?
Oh, sure can.
Well, how does it sound?
Like a heat kit driven by a D104.
That's exactly what I want it to sound like. Okay, I'll turn the frequency back over to you other fellas. It's nice to have this radio working. I probably should have bought you a hamburger today, but I didn't. I forgot about it. Anyway, y'all take it over here. I'm getting off of here. I'm going to load some
more shotgun shells. K5 DHC's clear.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, excellent job, Byron. It sounds great, nice and crispy. Man, I'll tell you, you almost wanna duck behind a chair or something. That thing's shooting like a shotgun for sure. All right, well, good evening, and thanks for checking in. Okay, I had the first station. It was a Whiskey Kilo 5. Is that? Am I close? Over. Okay, I'll just move on down to K0SED. Hello, Kent.
Well, good evening, Doug, and all the boat anchors. K0SED and Tyler, barefoot 520, dipole up about 40-odd feet, and that's about it from here. Back to you, Doug. K0SED.
All right, yeah, good solid +9 with the S7 noise level. Everybody sounded really good tonight. Plenty of signal for sure. So thanks for checking in, Kent. Sounded good as usual. All right, there was two stations that I couldn't get last time, and I'll take those guys now. The last guys that checked in, give me a shout. This is WB1E.
Whiskey 5 Foxtrot. Kilo Charlie 5 Whiskey Lima Foxtrot. Whiskey Lima Foxtrot, Roger.
Okay, I got Freddie and then Jimmy, Whiskey Lima Foxtrot. Freddie, go ahead, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, doing great. Had a great day. Got a lot done. Went to the gym today. I'm running my Jeep 870, which is turning into an oldie, into a Transworld TW500A solid-state amplifier, which is an oldie. And even older than that, I'm running a Drake MN 2000 tuner, and that goes into a fan dipole. The apex is 12 feet, the ends are 5 feet. It works 160, 80, 40, 20, and 15. And went 15 back to you.
All right, Freddie. W5FMF, I believe is the call. Is that correct, Freddie? Give me your call one more time.
Whiskey 5 Foxtrot, Juliet Foxtrot, fajitas, fish, jalapeno fajitas.
Okay, Roger. Whiskey 5 Foxtrot, Juliet Foxtrot. That's right. All right. Well, hey, that TS870 sounds great. Now, I didn't know your apex was only at 12 feet, but you do have the bandwidth on that antenna system for sure at only 12 feet. Good job. You're about S8 to S9, Freddie. Good sounding station for sure, and thanks for checking in. No doubt about it. All right, let's see here. I have, Jimmy, Mr. Very Low Frequency Suffix. Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Doug. Good to hear everybody. Things slowed down. Looks like we're waiting for the water to run off. It's pretty rainy, but it's looking good now. The lake Buchanan is 100% full. Lake Travis is, I thought they said 87%. I can't remember, but it's up there. So everything is getting ready for that good old hot summertime. And good evening, everybody. I'm talking on a TS530ST and using a MC50 microphone. Awesome earbed dipole for 80 meters 40. But the ST on the number there is the last one is the processor. And that dadgum thing works. It works good. All right, back to the net. PC5WLF.
Okay, Jimmy, WLF. Yeah, the band is there is some QS Baker right now. You faded out and you came back and you faded out a little bit. So that makes sense because usually you have a hard time hearing Freddie. He was doing really good. So I know the ionosphere is starting to get the wrinkles. So bad case of the wrinkles. But like I told my wife the other day, I said, my vision's so bad I can't tell, honey. Don't worry about a thing. So I paid for that. All right. Any more check-ins to the Boat Anchors Net? My name's Doug. Come now.
Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Foxtrot, India.
Okay, Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Foxtrot, India. Great sounding station. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. Oh, thanks. I probably shouldn't even be here, Doug. I've been copying the mail a little bit, and this is Lee, and I'm normally live in San Antonio, but I'm on a weekend place down at Fulton, which is near Rockport, which is near Corpus. And I just ran across y'all's rag queue here in your net. It just sounded really interesting. And are you, Doug, are you on your Swan 500 right now? Yes, sir. I am looking at a beautiful-looking front panel with one tiny little scratch. Besides that, I'm in love. Go ahead. Yeah, with my second radio after building a 101 Heath kit. And, I won't go into the memories on that, but I wish I still had it. I'm operating something pretty modern here with 90 watts, so I shouldn't even be on here, but I wanted to reach out because I just so enjoyed of hearing these older rigs. So I'll back out here. The name's Lee, Lima Echo Echo, and I'm down near Rockport, Texas, on the ICOM 7100. Back to you, Doug. Awesome job, Lee. Well, thanks for checking in. Yeah, next to the saltwater, it doesn't take much. I used to go down to North Padre Island quite a bit, and I swore the next time I was going to go down there, I was going to try and do some HF work from the beach, because you can just camp anywhere there. There's usually plenty of room. I know where Rockport is, and all right. All right, well, thanks for checking in. You guys' name Lee is Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Foxtrot India, and he's on an ICOM. I think he said a 7100, so I expect that'd be 100 watts on a wire, so very good. All right, more check-ins for the boat anchors net.
Check. Kilo 0 India, Echo India. Check.
Okay, I have a recheck. Go ahead, and then I'll pick up Kilo 0 India, Echo India after the recheck. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the other guy, but my conditions are pretty bad. Anyway, I wanted to add to it that I need some 572B tubes, some decent ones. I need 4 of them. And anyway, if anybody's got some out there, an amp that's trashed or whatever, and the tubes are still good, give me a call if they would.
Okay, what's your prefix, Jimmy?
Kilo Charlie 5 Whiskey Lima Foxtrot.
Okay, folks, we have a local here who's looking for some. Give me that name of that tube number again. I just had a brain fart there, Jimmy. Over.
Okay, I thought I smelled. 572B.
Of course, I know that. I'd love to work on Clippertons. 572Bs. He wants a set of 4. And if it's for a Clipperton, they don't need to be matched. And I've sold one with almost three dead Chinese tubes and one good Citron. And I tell you, that Citron was hauling the mail. I think it was responsible for at least 60-70% of the power coming out of that quad set of 572Bs. So, all right, well, yeah, KC5WLF is looking for 4 572B RF tubes. So if you have any, are you good on? I think he's good on QRZ. Are you good on QRZ, Jimmy? Over.
Roger. I'm good on QRZ, but my cell phone number is 512-591-1898. 512-591-1898.
Okay, he's got a cell phone that he would like you to contact him at, and here it is. It's area code 512-572. Hold on, let me double check this number. My writing is not really good, and I apologize. When I work with my hands, the writing's shot. Jimmy, you said 512-572. Is that the prefix 1898? Double check. Over.
It was 512-591-1898.
Got it. Okay, area code 512-591-1898, and that's for KC5WLF, looking for a a set of 4 572B RF tubes, the kind that are used in clipper tins. You know, Jimmy, 811s will work if you can cut the B plus down. It's basically the same tube, but without the power capability. You know, the big plate. So 512-591-1898. So very good, Jimmy. Did I do it?
Yes, sir, and thank you for the info on the 811s. They're really not bad tubes if you don't overdrive them. Thank you much, KC5WLS.
Okay, good luck. What amp is it going in, Jimmy? Over?
There's two different ones. One of them is East Kit 200, and the other one is Yaesu FL2100.
Okay, was there a comment? Oh, no, you said D, Delta. Okay, got it. All right, Jimmy, very good. Thanks for the listing. Next on the list, K0IEI. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from Woodway, Doug. This is Jim, K0IEI. Tonight we're running the Kenwood TS530 with a D104 microphone. Going up to a band dipole of 80-40 meters, up 35 feet in the air, running about 100 watts with the Kenwood 530. Good evening, everyone on the boat anchors at K0IEI.
Okay, well, I got an S6.5 noise level and your S7, so no problem, 100%. The Q5, no, the 100 watts, it's making it. And thanks for checking in. The 530 with the D104. I'll tell you, that D104 is hauling the mail for that 100 watts, I'll tell you that. In Woodway. Well, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. I really do. All right. Hey, I'm gonna put a halt to this and give everybody a break since I can't write with a dang. I wouldn't find a pen, a good pen. It didn't help. It actually made it worse. Jay and Lynn, thanks. It's been a pleasure. So I'll send it to you, Jay. KN5QS. This is WB1E. Give us some of that fine sound and electro voice audio.
Well, all right. We'll give her a shot. Now, if I'm a little bit off frequency, that's all right. Give it a minute. She'll get her head right. This is KN5QS, Alice, Texas. I'm coming to you this evening courtesy of a Kenwood TS830S, an Electro Voice 664 Alpha microphone, and a Kenwood TL922. And the overall outcome of this thing is between 13 and 1400 watts. Everything appears to be working at the moment. And while I'm on the soapbox, if Lee would like to have another Swan 500, I have one for sale with the power supply. Works good. At any rate, he can look me up, KM5QS, and send me an email if he's interested. I'm in the area. But if he's not, then, anybody else can do the same thing. All right, all that being said, there is time left for whoever else wants to check in to the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now. I think, Lynn, I think you and Doug kind of probably drained the swamp there. But anyone, anywhere.
With or without traffic?
Yeah, with or without traffic, though. All right. Okay, one more time. Lynn, you want to go around again, or you want to close it out?
Well, let's see if this thing works. Am I talking, Jake?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, you talk about draining the swamp. I think this is the cream of the crop here. But we can't really say that for sure on the station I'm on right now. I switched over to the Central Electronics 20A from the year 1954. And I'm always trying to see how far back I can go in terms of a vintage radio. And right now, this is it. Normally, I drive 460 Q5s with this station, but I got trouble with that amp, so I'm putting out less power than I'd like to, but let's see if there's anybody else out there that can hear this thing. This is K5LYN, Lynn and Lawson. Anybody out there? Well, gentlemen, it's been a great net. Now, if it was dark out there, we'd be hearing people from Oklahoma and Kansas and sometimes Nebraska and sometimes the deep south. Where's all those guys in Louisiana and Mississippi and all those places? Or anybody else here locally that's interested in what we're doing and wants to hear a 1954 station here? Anybody out there? I'm listening. Well, let's just go around the table one more time with Doug and Jay, and y'all let me know if this thing sounded sensible here. Maybe nobody knows what I'm talking about if my audio's not worth a damn. What do you think, Doug? Over to you, K5LYN.
All right, well, here's 1968, guys. This thing was the radio to have in 68. Hi, it's the Swan 500, and if you were a successful professional, you would probably have the matching amplifier, and that's what I have. It's retro modded. It looks and acts and has the original cooling fan, but everything else inside is sort of changed around a little bit. But the original tube sockets, and then anyway. But we're all about antique radios, and if you want to check in, just say, hey, I'll be loving to work you. So checking in, any stations want to check in. This is Doug Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo in Bryan, Texas, taking check-ins for the Boat Anchors Net. Yeah, Lynn had the best pitch. He really did. His radio's much older than mine. So I'll send it over to you, Jay. Camp 5QSW B1E.
Okay. And Lynn, your sound, yeah, it sounded fine. All of your rigs sounded good this evening. Of course, they usually do. But anyway, this is Jay again, KM5QSN. This will be the last go around for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. So if you've been wondering if you ought to check in, and if you're on a modern rig, that's okay. And as long as you are interested in what we're doing, that's all that you need. You don't need any more credentials or any fancy equipment or any old equipment for that matter. So is there anyone that has a few words to say to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5, Oscar Lima Delta.
Come back one more time.
Kilo Charlie 5, Oscar Lima Delta.
Oh, OLD, yes sir, go ahead.
Well, I heard you in there earlier, just, you got nothing going on so I could make it across the room. We're still using the more modern radio here with a wire on the fence about 95. And, glad we're dry. And, other than that, it's all about sun.
Okay, is that it?
Pretty much.
All righty, well, thank you for checking in. It's good to, I recognize your call. I know you're the usual check-in, so we're one more regular down tonight. Not down, but you know what I mean, in the book. So, thank you, sir, for checking in. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors? Well, all right. I might add, a while ago I said I had a 500 and with power supply. I also have a Drake L4B that is like brand new and good working order. Power supply, amplifier, tubes are good, all that kind of good stuff. If there's any interest in it, I will throw my phone number out, but if you're going to use my phone number, make it a text because my spam blocker's on, and you know what that does. So it's 361-453-2731. 361-453-2731, and I will deliver it to some extent, you know, for a while, a ways. But anyway, all right, one more time, and then we're going to close the door. Anyone else?
WB5 DYA.
DYA, go ahead, Cliff.
Why don't you give me a call, and we'll talk about that.
Alrighty, I think I have your number.
Hell, I'll give it to you. Everybody else has got it. 512-775-0898.
I got it.
Thank you. QSL.
Yes, sir. I'll holler at you in a little bit.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Clifford.
Station calling, Cliff. Go ahead.
Okay. KC5WLF. I was hoping to catch you. I'll do it later. KC5WLF.
Well, let me close the net out, and then y'all go ahead, because I think we're about done. So thank everybody for your participation. We'll see you again next Wednesday and do it all over again. See if we can keep these beautiful old radios on the air. So KM5QS 73s all around. See you next week. Now closing this net and turning it back to normal amateur use.
Great net, guys. And we're almost halfway through the sorry summer propagation. Looking forward to fall. K5LYN. See everybody next week.